Namo Guru Be Namo Buddhaya Namo Dharamaya Namo Sanghaya Namo Guru Be Namo Buddhaya Namo Dharamaya Namo Sanghaya Namo Guru Be Namo Buddhaya Namo Dharamaya Namo Sanghaya Maya Samaya Me Shiraya Bhairoshi Maya Jaya Manga Namaya Kaya Moya Boyani Soya Soya Raja Hey Jaya Te Samaya Jaya Yamalaya Shayaselo Deyayata Gayate Gayate Arayangayate Bayaraya Sangayate Bodhi Soha Deyayata Gayate Gayate Bayaraya Gayate Bayaraya Sangayate Bodhi Soha Deyayata Gayate Gayate Bayaraya Gayate Bayaraya Sangayate Bodhi Soha. Gare Donda Jige Kyawanda Mende Nebe Jenda Dhamada Timba Luke Pezu Sosh Take Deja Dandara Dele Yo Sa Ye Beje Shosh To Dhamma Rara Ye De Jambande Sanje Jendo Mede Buwaye Dokwe Namda Yinla Shabar Sho Edamang Guru Renam Rala Neadaya Me Sanganje Chudam Zoje Chonamal Shankyo Bardo Dane Shabsuk Dage Jeke Jebe Sanam Dola Pesha Sanje and Bar Sho Sanganje Chudam Zoje Chonamal Shankyo Bardo Dane Shabsuk Dage Jeke Jebe Sanam Dola Pesha Sanje and Bar Sho Sanganje Chudam Zoje Chonamal Shankyo Bardo Dane Shabsuk Dage Jeke Jebe Sanam Dola Pesha Sanje and Bar knowledge. Now I think so we are together tonight here for the Dharma session. So for that we try to make a good motivation. And the good motivation is we are try to make the highest. We think about this. I want to help to the all other sentient beings without discrimination. Equally, I want to help. Help is the try to make free from suffering, pain, or happiness, and also to take to the great enlightenment place. That means take to the Buddhahood by myself. Therefore, I need to have the great enlightenment myself before I help me to. Means completely take to the others to take the great enlightenment place. I need to have myself become a being Buddha. Therefore, for that, I need to more understanding of the Buddha Dharma. Actually, without mistaking. Therefore, for that, then I to listen to the teaching of the Lam Rim now, which we are doing. This is normally we are doing. So now we are in the first day, teaching of the Sajipamkava, 23rd weeks he gave in. That means 23rd days, I think. Days given. So we cannot go through like this. One day, as one chapter that he did like this kind of difficult, because we don't have time for that. So, but it's okay. Now we are in the first day. First days, the meaning is, or giving teaching is, good motivations. Actually, this is very important things. Motivation for the higher set, median, small one. Before that, he's giving. This is maybe is touch of this explanation. Maybe not necessary if you want to camera. You think?
Videotape that?
Yeah.
Always.
Oh, okay. Then, okay. When we started, then okay, that's good. Yes. So, anyways, this is the very important. So, first, anyways, I said at the beginning when I gave teaching, many ways by commentators, teachers, holy teachers, says very important to listeners to make good listeners and also give person who are giving teachings, both sides, to need or to have a good motivation. So even Buddha's teaching, when Buddha giving teaching, Buddha told to the disciples something, giving teachings, listen carefully, keep in your mind. Yeah, listen carefully, and also to keep the meaning of the whatever you got the teachings. Yila song means taught will not be forgot. Try to make it, keep it in your mind. That's only three things. So these are from the Buddha's teachings. Lekpar raptonyo yila songkis. Lekpar listen carefully. Rapture is very, very concentrate, with concentration. Listen. Then Yela Song means keep it tight without pocket, keep it in your mind. That's what I'm saying. That is the Lam Rim. Maybe comes later. 3 pots, 3 pots. No. 3 pots. Pots. It's a pot, no bottom. Bottom part is not bottom is not so good. Whatever put in there. That means if you don't keep it, only come to the teachings. Don't be. If you lost the meaning of the teaching, afterwards, we continue to try to remember of that is needed. If we don't do it like this, then without a bottom pot, without bottom, put something nice things are in there, so doesn't hold there. Just goes through. That's no keeping in your mind. That's Yila Song. Buddha says you keep in your mind. That is the should not do pot without a bottom. Just not try to make excellent pot with a bottom. Then even there is pot, so like, but it's dirty. It's no good. So that's a rapture, rapture. So but first of all, I think the bottom is you keep it in your mind. Then a pot is the dirty. If you put in the food or whatever, we cannot use it because it is dirty. With the dirty put together, no eat or drink, cannot eat or drink. So just like that, if we have a motivation, is like with delusions, like eight wardens dharmas. I want to become famous, that's why I do teachings. I want to be rich, that's why I try to learn mantras or say mantras more through the say mantras to have more money or something like this. That's kind of, if those motivations are very bad. So like equalize of the pot is with dirty, very much dirty pot. So should not be like this. Then the even pot is clean, and also there is a bottom, But if pot is upside down, then if you something pull top there, doesn't go inside. Outside maybe so weight, what do you say? Or something outside, but inside doesn't go. So if you don't listen carefully, if you come to the teachings, but sleeping, something else, don't listen carefully, that is just like a pot upside down. So those are explanation in Lam comes later, maybe. So those are Buddha said. That's why Lam Rim to more explanation for clear for us. So from the Lam Rim, indeed. So that's it. Anyway, now that's it. So now I can just try to make it roughly. Try to remember back what has it been. So first, from the three different kind of three motivations, first one I talked already. Last one is we don't have it, but before that, once we had a teaching. So I talked already. So anyways, we are very fortunate. We want to free from the suffering, pain, or happiness. The basic, they need it, so think about it. So, those are to make you free from the suffering, pain, or happiness by practice. So not only prayers or wishing or something for only what that's ways cannot do that. We need to try to make an antidote of the karmas, which we made bad karmas, and also delusions, to make an antidote of that. For that, then we need to learn more. We have opportunity now. That's what I said already. Because we have 18 quality religion life, is the which we have now. We are having, that's one. So that is the very precious, said already, the very precious life. We talk about already, said. I don't say much. We talk about already. This our life is, each of us life is the very precious. Why? Because each of our life is foundation for the to do the practice of Buddha Dharma. For yourself, ourselves, free from suffering, pain, or happiness, and become a being Buddha. That's all we can do through this life. That's why very, very important for us. We had already. So all that says we have already. So something need to do for essence of life. Try to make essence of life during this lifetime. During this life means excellent lifetime. We have opportunity, everything. We got the opportunity now, but in the future, we don't know how can we get it. Because the cause, related with the cause, result is related with the cause. If we wishing for in the future to have a good result of the human beings alive, and with the Dharma and everything is, but we can be making costs of that. If we losing the time now, we cannot make it. So if we cannot make costs of that in the future, very difficult. But we have a chance now. So that means essence of life is there are three ways. Small one, medium, big one. Small one says, when we die, after that, we try to make it confidently. I will not be pulled down in the lower rounds. Will not be reborn in the hell rounds. Will not be reborn as 100 ghost animals. Try to make continually to life for the basics, life for the basis of the can be to do the practice also continually. That's kind of that is the small result. We need to make that one by ourselves. So that's why Buddha says, Buddha giving the great method for us. But we need to use the method by ourselves and then to purify those negativities and try to make good causes for the good result. We need to make by ourselves. Good result is happiness, joy, everything. That's the good result. The cause of that, we need positive action by body, speech, minds. We need to do that. Without that, making causes difficult to result come. I gave you an example last time I did. Example, farmers. During the spring, does he put the seeds on the field? No. Didn't put the seed in the soil. But then farmers on the autumn, very excellent result of that crowds, to come. That's promise you think. What do you think? I see. I see. No. Because there are no causes, then how can be result? And a close example, if we wish to have something, to have in the home, like, anyways, make an excellent dinner or lunch. You're wishing for that, but if you don't move yourself, don't make anything. Wishing for have lunch or nice lunch, dinner. But if you don't move everything, lazy earth, then whole day if you're wishing for that, but will not wake up in anything. So really it is. Some lazy people, they do, that's just, they don't want to driving either. They're just starving, staying in the home. I need to eat, but I cannot go to the restaurant. So, the response for themselves, if they want to eat in the restaurant, they need to move by themselves. Someone coming, carry it. No. Should be. Sometimes, it's a living. That's you can think about. I gave a little example. You make it. If I give one example, you can make it 10 by your intelligence. If you don't think about it, really it is nothing. Your intelligence is still will not be development. If little something, then think about more. Then awareness come more. That's why wisdom is like increasing like this, Just like children beginning, they don't know much, anything. Then later, day by week, month by month, then they talking more, understanding more, socially, everything. Then they can do, because they're learning. They exercise, yes. We need to do like this, positive, to learning everything, Something if you learn a little bit, through that try to make more wider, So that's one very, very important things really it is. So anyways, okay. So you see, motivation is very important things. So now I think here says first one, we don't want to reborn in the hell rounds or low rounds. So therefore we try to make a escape from that. How to do it? This says taking refuge, serious. Taking refuge with the Dharma Sangha. That's the excellent refuge. They are excellent refuge, but from our side, need to have more conditions. What is that? Faith, devotion, trust. That's what I need. Without trust, something says words, I don't know how much. Really, we need trust. Go for refuge means, what do you think? In the English ways, go for refuge. Go means it is, you go outside or inside the house or go out. That's what means, what do you think? Go means, when you're taking refuge, your physical body is not going there. What to go? Your mind, yes. Mind. My mind go to the Buddha. My mind go to the Sangha, Dharma. That means, go means not only think about. If I taking refuge with the Dharma Sangha, they will help me. They can protect me. They have, why they can do protect for me? You need a reason. Why? Because they are equally, there are no discrimination, equally helping to the others. Compassion, they have compassion, great compassion. Just like parents, good parents, equal thought for the children. Really it is. Some are better than this one, down someone there. If you have 4 children, maybe this one better than this one better than this, or something like this. Parents don't have discrimination. If you have it, no good being parents. Must be equal thoughts for them. Really it is. So now, see, Buddha Dharma Sanghas always happen. Buddhist or not Buddhist, doesn't matter. All sentient beings helps. Sometimes people think, if bow to Buddha or if you go practice in the Buddha Dharma, then they help. But out of that, they not help. No, not that. That's wrong thinking. All sentient beings equally help by Buddha Dharma. Then maybe you have a doubt. If you like this, then why we take refuge? Especially with the dust, have to anybody faith devotion to them or criticize to them, or there's something like this. If they're no different from with the side, if helped, then what is the difference? I gave an example. I think dust from Buddha side equal help, equally want help. But if from our side, if it doesn't go through, like take a refuge or something like this, then difficult. I gave you an example like this. As many times I did. This is good, I thought. Police, police. Long Beach police need to take care of the Long Beach people. Police, without discrimination. Protecting. For the whole Long Beach police need to do the protection of the Long Beach people. Each area, Orange County, Los Angeles, same thing. There are no discrimination. I want to put police think it. I want to protect this area, this. They should not do like that. They don't have that, so I think. Where trouble comes, we want to protection for them. Just like that. But somebody, to report to the police, police look after carefully for us because I have an enemy or something, somebody going to harm me. Please, if they say like to the police, then they have they think. They request, these kind of people request, we must look at carefully. See, they do like this. General, equal protection need to be. But someone individually request to says, please look after for us. I have dangers like this. Then they do. Same way with the help to the all sentient beings from the side without discrimination. But when we take a refuge, individually, please, I need from our side more closer to. So that's, do you understand? Example? I think so. So that's why I think take a refuge. We need to take a refuge. So then Buddha has a compassion, loving kindness to the sentient beings. But if it doesn't have power to help power, even have compassion or loving kindness to the beings, but if Buddha doesn't have power, cannot help, cannot do protection. But Buddha has power. power of the body, speech, mind is just highest. No one has more than that. Everything. No one. Holy beings or holy, however, no one higher than Buddha's power of knowledge. So that's what both compassion, power, everything has. So therefore, if we do request to do protection for me from the low realms, I don't want to be reborn there. Yes, does. So that's one, okay, one thing. So now we do like this, then, all right. Another one. The motivation is very important thing. Like poor people, poor people. Different kind of, different people. Means like poor monks, okay, or poor ordinary people. Okay, ordinary people. When they do the chanting like something, yes, everybody knows Oman Peme Hung, he knows. Says Oman Peme Hung, everyone same Oman Peme, Oman Peme, Oman Peme Hung. But this one says Oman Peme Hung, both for the become a being with the for the others. Think about that's why I say Oman Peme Hung. Very high motivation. This one says Oman Peme Hung, oh, I myself and all others means I don't want it anyways. Samsara, suffering place, I don't want to be here. I want to be free from that. So say Oman Peme Hung. Second one. This is higher said, the median. This one, oh, I don't want to reborn in the low rounds. I don't want reborn hell round. I don't want reborn 100 ghosts. I don't want reborn animals life. Therefore, I say Oman Peme Hung for that. Different motivation. This one, oh, I want to say Oman Peme Hung myself to be long life, rich, everything is more everything possessions to come. That's why I ask about teacher, please give me for everything good, for more possessions, more reputation, something. This out no says same Oman Peme Hungs, but no dharma action. No dharma action. So in the Lam Rim comes later. Dharma action or not actually leads, think about in the future to be good life. For that's the low motivation. The between is I want to be liberation from the samsara, that's median. That's why I do this practice. The highest it, I want to be being Buddha, benefit for the other sentient beings. That's the highest. So those are, so even people together, says chanting together, but different motivations, different results. This very important thing. Now, still talking about the motivation past day, okay? So now we can, next one. Do you remember what Buddha says last time? It means Buddha says, I cannot people or beings, not only people, beings, negativities or bad karma cannot wash by water. This is try to make really is I cannot make it with, which we made negative actions. I cannot buy with this, even wash away by water, cannot say. Then, Also, beings suffering try to make a way by Buddha's hands cannot do. I don't know. That means that sometimes people like this. What is use for this? You know? Buddha says, I don't make a. I cannot make a suffering from the people. Make way by my hand from the people. So that's not saying. Then my knowledge cannot put in the disciples' consciousness. So that's what I'm saying. Three things. You remember? This is very important thing, really it is. Then how with the help to others? How to help? Then Buddha says, the truth, teaching of the truth, to tell or to teach to the disciples. The disciples learn about that. Through that ways, then can be make a help to the disciples or make free from suffering, pain or happiness by disciples. Yes, this is very important things. These are words came from the sutta. And here also in the here you have I think there. So it's a deep translation already. I think it's there.
In the old book, it's page 30.
What's it?
The great ones do not wash sin away with water. They do not rid beings of suffering.
Sin means
Delusion.
huh?
You changed it last time. You said it wasn't sin, it was delusion.
No, delusions. Delusions and a bad karma also. Delusion and a bad karma is a difference. You need to know, okay? Bad karma means killing others, stealing from others. All those actions are action of bad karma. Bad karma. See, that's it. The delusions is to make those action, bad actions, to make by bad mind. You know, that's like desire, hatred, anger, jealous. All those minds are delusions. So I think it's different ways. Okay. So that what is it? Then we will continue.
They do not rid beings of suffering with the touch of their hands. They do not transfer their realizations of suchness onto others. They liberate by teaching the truth of suchness.
Okay, that's the really think about it. To learn, I think this short. Tibetan is 4 lines, 1 verses. So that's explanations there. So think about it. Okay, now I think my last time I left here. Okay. Confucius. The last the taking refuge to the Buddha Dharma Sangha to be free from the rebirth of the low rounds. And then also, if I take refuge with the Dharma Sangha, 1 time, 2 times, if I have a good rebirth. But if I cannot, if still if I have the delusions, so continually, delusions and karma, if I have continually, then also will not be free from samsara. So that's why I think, it says here, I will say that's in when you have free from the low rounds, that's enough? No. Because you have the delusions and the karmas which you made it karmas, by those continually a rebirth of the also samsara. Rebirth of samsara. So therefore you need to make free from the delusions and the karma. So that's motivation, one, median motivation. Therefore I wanted or I needed to have the free from karmas and free from delusions. So that's what I'm saying. Because if we cannot make abandoned of bad karma and the delusions, by those the karma and the delusions made continually to rebirth of the samsara. So that's why we need to try to make free from the delusions and karmas. This is the motivation for to have the also liberation of the samsara. Would you like to read a little bit?
All the same, it is enough merely to be free of the lower realms. It is enough merely to be free of the lower realms. No, it is not. You will only achieve 1 or 2 physical rebirths in the upper realms before falling back to the lower realms when your evil karma catches up with you.
Yeah, if it's a meet gain, means a coming gain, the karmas and the delusions, then it means they are not trust or what I say.
This is not the ultimate answer, not something in which you can put your trust.
Okay. Then we had a long time before, many times we have the good rebirth, means what is the word they say? Good fortune rebirths.
Many rebirths in the upper realms.
Yeah, we had already. But still we are like reborn in the samsara, because the karma and the delusions are still hanging with us. So we're not free from that. So that's what I say. So this is a very important thing here. Long time before also, we have many rebirths. Good rebirth, bad rebirths. Good rebirths ways highest like a goddess, highest goddess around, goddess and goddesses around. We had already. Many times, everybody we are. Many, not only 1-2 times. Many times we had. But many times also we fall down from that and to the low rounds, reborn in the hell, 100 ghosts place, animals section. That's all we did already. Now, would you like to read a little bit? It's easy to understand this one.
We have in fact obtained many rebirths in the upper realms and afterwards have fallen back into the lower realms.
Yeah, okay.
We are sure to fall back the same way yet again. In our past rebirths, we took the form of the powerful gods Brahma and Indra and lived in celestial palaces. This happened many times, yet we left these rebirths and had to writhe on the red-hot iron surface of the hells.
Oh yeah, this, do you understand? Through this, yes. This the Brahman is Indra, means the highest king of the gods. You see, they tremendous. During the lifetime, there is tremendous leisure. What is very happiness, temporary happiness, unbelievable actually. If you compare here, they have it, but when finished the karma of that come, then fall down. Because out of not karma and delusions. That's why they come down. Because of the very mansion house and excellent, tremendous, compare from here, from human beings' places, there are no compare about those, how excellent. We don't have example for this. No. So that's kind of it. But then, when finish the karma of that, when bad karma's result come up, then fall down. So maybe you need to know this, because of how can be. You think maybe 1, 2 karmas, if you think, then difficult having like this. Numberless good or bad karmas seed we have. Really, we have that kind of seed. So that's why sometimes good seed come up, rebound over there, very, very happy, everything is very pleasures. But then, when fall down from there, bad karmas seeds come up, then just like this. So that's why I think will of life. The will of life means not only people's life. 6 rounds. There are 6 rounds. God's rounds, Asuras rounds, human beings rounds, animals rounds, hungry ghosts rounds, hell rounds. Those 6 rounds, those are the samsara place. Samsara place means actually you don't, I told already once, maybe you remember. So no like Canada or America or like that kind of samsara place, no like that. Samsara with us. Samsara with us. So we are, so that's the 6 rounds. Now we are human beings place. From there, when we die from there, where to go? We don't have choice. We need to follow the karma. Good karma come up or bad karma come up. That's why we need to carefully now try to stop the bad karma seed come up. Try to destroy the bad karma seed. So then, if there are no seed, no causes, then result of the samsara rebirth, we don't need to rebound there. So that's why I think that means freedom. Freedom place means also nirvanas. Nirvana is not one place, it's not. People think maybe nirvana means very beautiful flowers, lots of flowers, nicely mansion houses. You think the nirvana there. No. Nirvana is inside with the consciousness. Our hearts days can be like Los Angeles, but they are extremely not in the samsara. They are extremely state of peace. So state of peace. They are not in the samsara. So this samsara means individually. We have samsara individually. You need to purify your samsara. I think nobody make a general there, no samsara. Samsara must be the part of the beings, So that's no like any other, like a American country or Canada or something like this kind of. There no statement of this physically. It's not. So I think it's samsara. People think maybe it's samsara. The hell round is not samsara. You see. The beings has a samsara, because then individually when they finish the samsara, they go. But there's no general samsara without consciousness or So I think it should be. So now, anyway, that's kind of. We have tremendous we have the good or bad karma seeds. If you don't know that one, then one to only think, but then difficult to understand about this, go through the round like this. So then, would you like to read a little bit more?
Again and again this happened. In the celestial realms we enjoyed the nectar of the gods. Then when we left these rebirths, we had to drink molten copper in the hells.
Okay. That's the happen. Maybe nobody physically the metal, that's physically. No. Nobody. Fire and to make those metals to make it. No. But by negative karmas, to appearance of the fields of like that, whose decimal says, who made the hell? By our karmas made hell. No general there, nothing. Or when we having like this kind of visions, and also like metal, what is metal? What?
Molten metal.
Molten metals, something like this. Somebody say, giving like this. Those are like visions by negative karmas to having like this. Shakti Deva says, who made the hell? Nobody made the hell. Or individually by ordinary beings. They made. So that's a little bit from the Abhidhamma's way, teachings ways, there is something physical. But there's little different explanations. High level consciousness beings and also low part of a little bit different visions has this one. So I think leave this one. Then
we amused ourselves in the company of many gods and goddesses, and then had to live surrounded by terrifying guardians of hell. We were reborn as universal emperors and ruled over hundreds of thousands of subjects, and then we were born as meanest serfs and slaves.
Yeah, so college means king of the universe. So one time when king of the universe reborn like this, tremendous, here says, subjects, whole world subject of the king of the universe. So that's kind of powerful, very powerful kings. But if when you reborn in the hell realms, then or can be also to change like a servant, servant. The here says what do I call? No.
Donkey drivers and cowherds.
Donkey drivers. Donkey man was the Zolki said. Oh yeah, shepherd,
Shepherd.
Yeah, shepherd.
Cowherd.
Yeah, can be. You see, like a very much a high level, high level honor of the whole systems, but maybe another lifetime in the samsara, another lifetime maybe servant of the whole everybody's, like a servant of everybody's, which law said can be, because these are talk about in the samsara there is no certainty. So high, you have high rebirths, but if cannot out from that, they should be go around like this. So then,
sometimes we were born as sun and moon gods, and our bodies gave off so much light that we illuminated the 4 continents.
Okay, This one may be difficult for you. You think sun and moon is the just like a unconsciousness object, is it? You thinking? So we here explanation says actually which we are seeing white and all sun's colors like a golden, something like this. This is the way which we are seeing. This the mansion house of the moon and moon god, and the mansion house of the moon god, and the mansion house of the sun god. You know. So that's what I say. But here, so that means even you have very broad shining your bodies, everything is shining from your bodies, but then can be sometimes reborn in the just in the darkness, nothing to see. That's kind of happen. So anyways, this is the seventh Dalai Lama. He said also, even very high levels, but it can be low reborn in the low, high. Reborn, and it's very high level. Everybody need to be like ordinary people. They need to be like a high office, like a king or queen. But then other times from that dying, and also can be reborn the slave of the people or something, can be continued in Langson Museum, which even we have lots of. Like what do I call? Very handsome, but later, then like a very unbeautiful. It's old lady, old man. Look at, see, just like that, can be. That's very roughly, just like during the flowers. I don't know here, in our country and in some places, four seasons where has those flowers. During the summer, it's very beautiful, just open, colorful, everything. But when autumn comes, one night, the next days, everything's fall down, leaves and everything's become then finish. Langson the using 20 meters. See? Just like autumn flowers. Just changing. You see? Those are same kind of meanings here.
Then we were born in the depths of the ocean between continents, where it was so dark we could not even see the movement of our own limbs.
That means I say moon and the sun, we think the goddess of the sun and moon. So which we seeing this like a house or there's staying place, So that's the we are seeing. I don't know. America went to the moon. In the moon, this put flag over there. I don't know. So, those are quite high, Also, in other ways, also, we think stars much smaller than the moon, the sun, stars. But here, explanation is stars are much more bigger than moon and the sun, but far away. The explanation, I'm not sure. I don't know. See? So anyway. But this talking about, I think, a person who has realized everything. This, which we are now these days, only with something object, with the object we are doing. But a long time before, by excellent, all-knowing, the all-knowing mind explanation. So I should be followed that one, I think. I don't know you, I think. Think about it, you see. So that's and then.
No matter what you achieve of this sort of worldly happiness, it is untrustworthy and has no essence.
Whatever we have, what we have in the samsara, best things, everything best things, but this ite means there's whatever called no trust. Means we losing one day. That's really, it is true. If you have tremendous whole full of the diamond of country, something, or that's the highest. Even someone has that, so, but during the dying, everything losing. There's no take anything. There's no trust. Then there are no essence. There are no essence. Essence means which we are, our life has essence. But object of samsara, and also we cannot also trust in the samsara. Nyingku means there.
We have already experienced so much suffering, but as long as we are not liberated from samsara, cyclic existence.
Okay. Tremendous we have before. Pain, suffering, unhappiness, many lifetimes. So that means here, when we understand, if we need to understand of this, but if we don't think about reincarnation of ours numberless, if you don't know that one, then very difficult to this. See, there need to be to prove our reincarnation endless, beginningless. You think about it. We are now today here. This life came before life, of course. That's what before life came for this. Before that, all the ways, not only human beings, any kind of life. We are now human beings, but our favorite life before this life, we don't know. Maybe from the hell around can be reborn here. Maybe from the hungry ghosts. Maybe animals reborn. Maybe human beings come back to humans. Maybe from the gods around us. See, that's what I need to think about. No human beings always human beings. Animals are also hell beings are not always hell beings. If you like this, they're so sorry hell beings always will not be come out from there. Then what do we do? Why they need me? So anyways, we need a proof of the reincarnation's beginnings. We are now here. We came from previous life. Previous life, we don't know it, but we know the general from one of the 6 rounds. Yes, because in the samsara, no new person will not be reborn new person. You understand? But we can reborn in the American new person. Yes, Japan, in the other countries came. But in the samsara, there are no new person. But we from the samsara can be escaped, go out of this. See, this is very important thing. Then,
if all the filth and dirt we have eaten in our past animal rebirths as dogs and pigs were piled up in one place, the dung heap would be bigger than Meru, the king of mountains. Yet we will have...
Oh yeah, this, you don't understand. What do you think of this?
As our karma is very bad.
Huh? What do you think? But this really it is. Mountain Meru, how big do you know? Huge, you know. Yeah, very huge. The Mountain Meru, I've been lucky You know, whole universe, you have to think. You think about whole universe, this universe. You know, we are southern part of the, we call universe. We have people recognition of the southern part of the Mountain Mara. So even this whole universe was very big, is it? Or mountains and grounds. But if we are pig, life of pig, and dog, he and dog maybe don't eat much dirty things, but I don't know, pig. Okay. Yeah, that's eating like this or drinking impure liquid. Drinking impure liquid, much more, hundreds, thousands maybe times much more bigger than the ocean. If we collect it. Then, even though, you know, like when reborn human beings place, we drink it from the milk from the mother. If a collection of that, tremendous, hundreds times much more than the ocean. Really it is. We need to think about it. So logically, you think about this, really it is. One time, a little bit, then 2 times, you think about it. Then if we, here's a dog and a pig, when they eat, you know, this kind of whole universe, much more, hundreds times bigger than the whole universe. But human beings place, we are, you know, we eating, you know, from only human beings, we think. We reborn human beings. If we eat things, cannot put in the each lifetime which we eaten. Those are collection. If you do, cannot put in the whole universe. The universe is too small for the container of the during the lifetime which we eaten. These are very important things. Still we are here. Still here. We need to be out of them. During that time, always suffering, you know, even like low rounds, suffering. Human beings place also suffering of the general, suffering of rebirth, suffering of the age, suffering of the sickness, suffering of death. All the time. We did experience of that. So get tired of that. So now we try thing. Get tired. I don't want to do again. No, I tried of it. You know. We says, I ate something. I want to change something to something else, not to eat it. Tired of this food. As they said that. Now we need this thing. Think about it. So, okay. Then what's that?
Yet we will have to eat even more filth as long as we are not liberated from samsara.
Mountain Mara, they say. Mountain Mara is the, okay. Mountain Mara like we are here, south. And you came to east, south, west. These huge oceans, which we have, this ocean is the like a channel, channel of the, you know, between France and England. They have a small ocean. That's why channel we call say channel. See that like this, but the huge whole universe. Whole universe means four big major. Whole world and the continent, 8 continents. Those are together, then we call whole universe. But now, general people thinking whole universe means only southern part of the world. See? So, anyways, it means the Mountain Mara is not in the southern part of the world. It's not. middle of that. Montemerlo, then east, south, west. This has 500 years. There's lifespan, east, south. East and west, 500. We are south. So we don't have a certain lifespan. Beginning, there's in the world, numberless years they can stay. Beginning of this world, there's moon. There's no moon and the sun. No, people has light. Those are lights. Everyone has a light. So just like God's realms, there's no sun, moon. Then never did he leave it. Then later I think then note means 1,000 lifespan. 1,000. When finish 1,000, then die. They don't have the dying by accident, no, or by dead uncertain. They don't have certain 1,000 years they stay. It's east and west 500. We are beginning numberless years we have lifespan. Then end of that 10 years. Big, longest 10 years. That's on this from the Abhidhamma. From the Abhidhamma says like this. Okay, it's just interesting. I talked to you. That's all. Then what's that?
If all our heads cut off by past enemies were piled up, the top of the heap would be even higher than Brahma's realm.
Oh, see? We are not always perfect. Maybe we did so many, break the rule or something. We have punished. If somebody make punish, and then what say? 1,000, what say?
It says...
the enemies cut off the neck, head.
Mm-hmm.
Then
it will be even higher than Brahma's realm, the pile of heads.
Yeah, it is. So really, really, we should not bad karmas. Don't make it. That's we're wishing for. Will not be killing each other. Will not be eating each other. That means people not eating animals. Animal eating each other. No, we do good wish like that. Really, we beings are not kill each other. Not be kill each other. We wishing for good wishing for them. No eating each other. That's kind of. It is because that's result of that to have the individual what's outside. See. Then what say?
Yet if we do not put an end to our cyclic existence, we must lose even more heads. In our past hell rebirths, boiling hot water was forced down our throats. More water than there is even in the great oceans.
Mm-hmm.
But we must drink even more while we have not freed ourselves from samsara.
Oh yeah. These are, I think you understood this. But you need to read really book nicely, okay? It's very easy to understand, not difficult. Then?
Thus we should be despondent when we think about the way we wander aimlessly through not having put an end to our cyclic existence.
This is when we think about this, when we think about this, there's so much, in the samsara, reborn, drying, reborn. That's kind of, if we have, whatever we have, this, which we talk about, all those, if we think about those, then really it's ourselves like shaking, really. So, has been like that. Therefore, now, Athena, therefore, we are in the future. Athena, really shinchi. It has been like this, and also, if we cannot make escape from this samsara, then will be like this again and again. So that's just like a thing. When we think about it, just tremendous, like a shaking. What is it?
It says despondent, which means like
shock.
Yeah, very
shock.
Very upset.
Oh, yeah.
We should be very upset.
That's it. When we have that one, then lot of meeting Quran even God is around and also human beings around. Also there is also still suffering, pain or happiness. So meditation. Even reborn the human beings, I said already. There's suffering of the Shega nature, means rebirth, age, and also dying, all those. And also then, which we wanted to have, those are separated from them. Which we don't want to have, that's also going to we have like suffering, pain or happiness. We don't want it, but still we are having like this. Whatever I want, like an object, whatever I want, object, a good object, which I like, cannot to have it. Just like, some people really it is. They want a car. Badly, very badly they want cars, but they don't get it, They suffer. I want this kind of, I don't want it. And then, example of cars, but then many ways, many ways. So, then also, the mundane Lamayins, what is it, there's one?
The demigods.
Demigods. What do you think about demigods, Mr.? What do you think?
Somewhat lower than a god, I think.
Similar to God.
Similar but lower.
It's not demigod means the similar to God, but it's not God, Because physically God is more better than demigods. Then also there's one Tatsuichis comes to what is it?
They also, because the demigods also have sufferings, for they are maimed or wounded when they go to battle, and they suffer all the time.
Yeah. The better means fighting with a human being is not fighting with the gods. So gods rounds there. He's two different kinds of gods rounds. Three. 6 rounds. 6 goddess rounds are in community with us. Desire rounds. 6 goddess rounds. From those, first, second, that's 2 goddess rounds. They fighting with the demigods. Or others, what do you call? Demigods cannot fight because they are not on the earth. Not living on the earth. It's first, second, there's 2 living on the earth. So demigods are next to each other. So they are tremendous jealous, like when they see demigods, they can see gods around very nicely, much better than this. So, and actually this thing, one very precious trees. The bottom of the trees, there's demigods placed from the Mountain Mara, grown up. But top one, the demigod doesn't have that. So, good fruit, everything be beautiful vision, and all those are demigods doesn't have that, because God is not so tall to being. So God does. So that's why they are fighting up between for them. So anyways, then they have suffering by fighting, by jealous. Demigods have tremendous jealous. General jealous is much more painful on the human beings' ways, I think. Much more painful than anything, I think. And hungry, and like this. So okay, but this just comes and goes. But jealous mind who has a tremendous painful, I think, or like this, keeping a long time, I think. So, the let me go. I said, then?
When reborn a god of the desire realm, one suffers because one displays the omens of death.
Desire realms, goddess, there's 6 realms. Six goddess realms. Then also Zukam means form, goddess realm with form. 17 different kind of goddess realms. Then form leads also 4 different kind of 4 levels. So, those are each of the little one. It's not just like a tremendous community of the goddess. It has it. So, but the form leads around, they don't see each other. It's only themselves. They're the form, so how can we see? Okay. They're tremendous. They have a long life. Too long. They're suffering. They're too long. We're wishing for that will not be reborn there. Because 1,000 Buddhas come already. But if we reborn there, 1,000 Buddhas coming on the earth, giving, teaching, everything will be gone. So we're wishing for not reborn there. The formless gods around. No. Then
the gods of the 2 higher realms do not have any manifest suffering. However, they are still by nature under the sway of suffering.
What it says?
It says, how the gods of the 2 higher realms do not have any manifest suffering.
Form in the formless realms, yes.
However, they are still by nature under the sway of suffering that applies to all conditioned phenomena, because they have not gained enough freedom to maintain their state. In the end, they will fall.
Now I think this is the way you think about it. In short ways, what is it?
However, they are still by nature under the sway of suffering.
Actually, here says a nature of sufferings. Then, in short ways, if we don't do to make escape from the samsara, then always those kind of sufferings come continually. In the samsara, like if you reborn in the samsara, what it has been, we talk about all those sufferings must have. Therefore, daily try to make a freedom from the samsara. Then that's all only but must to do it. Say that. Then so must to make a free from samsara. even that with this life, try to make escape from samsara. That's what I'm saying. I will take it roughly, then you read, okay? And even that, try to make a escape from samsara for this lifetime. We are mostly. We says, oh, I cannot do anything much this lifetime. And then wishing for in the future to something to have, something to do, think about this. We are doing, mostly mostly or mostly beings, I cannot do this lifetimes, but I wish to do in the future life, and that means to wishing for to do those things, to make escape from the samsara in the future life. But that's no good. You don't you don't think, but I cannot do this time. You don't think, but that's ways. This lifetime you can do. Can be you do means can be to make it free from the samsara. Why? Because you have all those necessary things, conditions you have now with the 18 quality legal life. You have 18 quality legal life. You have the Buddha's teachings, Buddha Dhamma, Sangye Tenpa Tang, Jawas, to meet it, actually to meet it, Buddha's Dharma, Buddha's teachings. And also necessary things, everything is whatever you need, you have now. And also watch obstacles, all those obstacles are tell me someone
Obstacles are eliminated.
Eliminated, yeah. As eliminated, okay. And also every necessary things are everything so you give it. So some ways Tare minina kadu news. If cannot do now, then when I can do. So that's one. Would you like to read? Then we stop here.
In short, as long as you are not free of samsara for good, you have not transcended the nature of suffering. You therefore must definitely become liberated from it, and you must do so while in your present rebirth. We normally say we cannot do that in this rebirth, and make prayers for our next rebirth. But it is possible to do it in this rebirth. We have gained the optimum human rebirth, and this is the most advantageous physical form to have for the practice of Dharma. We have met with the right conditions, we have met with the Buddha's teachings, and so forth. We have all the right conditions, and so if we cannot achieve liberation now, when shall we ever achieve it?
Okay, so these are much as you can, we think about. Really it is. Everything we cannot keep it, but try to think about. Everything I can do, I must do. Try to make encourage, is it? What do you say? Encourage?
Have courage.
Have courage. Okay. So, must, I think. Think about it. And you please, if you got chance to really read the book, okay, slowly. We are go through very slow, because for students to need to know more important than something go through the quick ways, So that's I think. So that's all. Now we wishing for, we do the dedication. Dedication is like this. which we did after with the Dharma, we are together. By this merit, let's say, what do we be? We want to have. So we want to have the Buddha Dharma and any other spiritual doctrines to have the long time with beings. We wishing for all His Holy Dalai Lama and any other holder of the teaching of those masters to have the long life. Then practitioners everyone's to have the accomplishment of practice without obstacles. In this country and in any other countries, they will not happen to starvations, disease, fighting, war will not be happened, and everything good fortunes come in this world and any other worlds. Then finally we thinking all sentient beings free from delusions, illusions, and become a being Buddha, by which we did action of Dhamma, we are together. Amen. 28 big stars from the astrology. 28 big stars. Then how is you? Okay? Every boring? No. I don't know.